This meeting of the Audit Risk and Compliance Committee is now being recorded for record-keeping purposes. By participating in the session, you are consenting to the recording, retention, and future viewing of this meeting. This meeting is also now being live streamed. Thank you. Please proceed.
Thank you. I would like to welcome everyone to the June 8th meeting, the Audit Risk and Compliance meeting. Karen, if you would please take the roll.
Sure. Mr. Becker?
Present.
Treasurer Garrity?
I'm here.
Representative Schemmel?
Present.
Ms. Soderberg?
Here.
And Committee Chair Thal?
Here.
All right, everyone is present.
Our first order of business is approval of the minutes of February 23rd. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor can signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Motion carries. And then I believe it's over to you, Karen, for our new business.
All right, thank you. Under tab 6B is a copy of Act 128, which was enacted in November 2020. This act impacts both SERS and PSERS in several areas, including board education, and requires an annual stress test of the system. SERS has addressed these two requirements. The additional change that I want to discuss with you is how the act impacts the annual independent audit. There are two fundamental changes outlined on page 3 of the Act under Section 4N1 and 2. The first mandates the board require our independent auditors to include a review of SERS Directed Commissions account. The 2020 financial activity for directed commissions is reported in the defined benefit financial statements, which state that no administrative expenditures were made in 2020 or in 2019. The second item is a bit more significant. It mandates that the board provide for internal control audit of the system and the plan at least every 5 years. The independent auditor of our financial statements is permitted to also perform the internal control audit. The Act requires that an internal control audit be performed more frequently if either of the following occurs. If the independent auditors report a material weakness or significant deficiency to the Audit Risk and Compliance Committee as a result of the financial statement audit, or if the new internal control audit identifies a material weakness or significant deficiency. In either of these cases, another internal control audit is to be arranged to take place in the subsequent year to determine whether that weakness or deficiency has been corrected. There are some questions surrounding this new requirement that we need to sort out. What happens if SERS internal audit staff identifies a significant deficiency or material weakness? And a critical question is what exactly the Act means by an internal control audit. How extensive and comprehensive that audit is intended to be needs to be understood. This information is necessary to properly plan and budget for such an effort. We plan to reach out to the original sponsors of the Act for clarification. Any thoughts or comments on the Act? All right, that's all I have, Chairman.
Wonderful, thank you. I agree, reaching out to Representative Ryan to find what his intent would be is helpful in trying to figure out how we can best comply with his intent. Mm-hmm. So then I think next on our agenda is executive session. Joe, are you going to tee us up?
Excuse me, I believe the treasurer has her hand up.
Oh, I'm sorry, treasurer. My apologies. Please.
Oh, that's all right. I just wanted to mention that we had drafted the RFP for the audit for PSERS. So if we end up having a committee, then I'd be happy to lead it or participate.
Wonderful. I welcome that. Mary, you have your
And
hand
Mary
up?
has her hand up.
Yeah, so would this internal audit be handled by our independent auditor, or would this be a separate contract, or haven't we even gotten to this point yet of knowing who would be doing it?
We have not gotten to that point yet.
Okay.
It would certainly be up to the committee to discuss that and decide.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's going to be related to what the envisioned scope of the audit is, of whether it can be, I'm not using the correct audit term, but a letter audit, or do they want, a full yellow book audit? Each of which will have different costs that go along with it, and I think it would be unfair to, I think we just need to get to the bottom of that before we can
Yes.
proceed in any sort of competent fashion.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, the Sunshine Act allows executive sessions to review and discuss agency business, which, if conducted in public, would violate a lawful privilege or lead to disclosure of information or confidentiality protected by law. Discussions with the auditors, the board's auditors, about the results of their investigations and potential weaknesses that those investigations have found fall within these exceptions. So an executive session for the items on the agenda by the auditors is appropriate.
Before we enter the executive session, give us a minute to make a few technical changes in the boardroom on your behalf. We will make you aware when the appropriate changes have been successfully made. As a reminder, the public meeting will resume on this live stream connection when the executive session is complete. And in addition, SERS does offer meeting notification updates via text messaging, and for information on those text messages, please view our posted agenda on the website. As a reminder, this meeting of the Audit Risk and Compliance Committee is being recorded for record-keeping purposes, and participating in this session, you are consenting to the recording, retention, and future viewing of this meeting. In addition, this meeting is now being live streamed.
Wonderful. Do we need an announcement back, or are we going to go? Are we able to go right through?
You're able to go to the meeting.
You can just begin.
Perfect. So I think the next matter on our agenda is a motion.
Yep.
Let me read the proposed motion. A motion is in order to recommend to the State Employees Retirement Board to accept the audited financial statements of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania State Employees Retirement System and the Pennsylvania State Employees Retirement System Deferred Compensation Plan for years ended December 31, 2020 and 2019 as presented by our independent auditors, KPMG LLP.
And I can do a roll call if you would like.
I think we needed it moved and seconded first, and then yes, please.
Oh, gotcha.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
I see a hand. Oh, the hand went down.
I removed the hand, sorry.
That's okay. No, don't be silly.
Okay, ready for the roll call?
Yes, please.
Mr. Becker? I think you might be on mute, or else it's frozen. Okay, how about if we'll go back to Mr. Becker? I think he's frozen there. Treasurer Garrity? Is she still on, or how about designee Craig or Mr. Ebright?
So I'm here, Christopher Craig for Treasury, though I think the treasurer is too.
Okay, I didn't hear. Okay, let's start over again. Let's try this over. Mr. Becker. Treasurer Garrity. Interesting. Okay, Mr. Craig for Treasurer Garrity.
I'm here, though I'm sure she will be here soon as well.
This is Glenn Becker. I got bumped off somehow.
He seems to be freezing up again.
It seems he got bumped off again, yeah.
This is Christopher Craig. Could you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Let's try to get some votes for some of the members who are present and able to vote.
Okay, I'll try again with Treasurer Garrity. Mr. Craig for Treasurer Garrity.
Yes, I am here. She will be on soon.
Would you like to vote in the treasurer's place?
No, I think
in her absence, I am here. I will vote in her absence, but I still anticipate her joining us. At that point, she will vote.
Karen, proceed with the roll call, please.
Okay, Ms. Soderberg.
Aye.
Mr. Thal.
aye.
Okay, I think I missed Representative Schemmel.
Right.
Susan Boyle for Representative Schemmel, aye.
Thank you. Okay, so have we got Mr. Becker back yet?
I am back on, and I am an aye.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. We are down to Treasurer Garrity.
I guess I'm not certain what you need me to do.
We need a vote, Christopher.
Aye. I'm sorry. I thought that was.
Thank you, Christopher.
All right. Thank you. Believe that was a unanimous vote to accept the statements.
Great. So we will bring it up to the board at our next meeting tomorrow. I believe that the last thing we have to do is our next committee meeting date will be either September 28th or 29th. Or I'm sorry, Glenn, do you have your hand up?
Not intentionally.
Okay. Seeing that's the only hand I see, and it was an unintentional hand, I believe a motion to adjourn is in order.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any all in favor saying aye?
Aye.
Aye. So great. We are adjourned, and I believe the next meeting, committee meeting today is 11 o'clock, right, Terry, for the investment committee?
10:30. We have the investment committee.
10:30. So we have
You're
7
doing
minutes
real
to go
well.
grab some coffee.
Everyone's doing a fantastic job.
Great. Thank you everyone, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.